this conference called Insight, a very unique methodology of bringing people, entrepreneurs in India who have scaled up their businesses and learning from their real life experiences of risk taking and how they have managed the environment and the situations, and then they are. And so we bring together a group of about 150 people who learn from two life cases, and this is going to be Ratan Tata and Mr. Jeby Prasad of Dr. Reddy's Labs, where they're going to talk about their experiences of having made it in India. Now, the concept of a leader versus the manager, right? How do you differentiate that?
Leader is a risk taker, managers are a status quest. But manager and leader needs a manager.
Absolutely.
If the leader has to have time for vision, strategy, listening, thinking, walking the way. So he needs a manager who manages as is, but the leader takes it as it should be, or as it could be, as it ought to be. So he needs a manager to manage as is, but the leader says as is to where, and that's where he takes the organization forward. So every leader does need a manager, but a good leader is a mix of management and leadership, because somewhere the leader is managing and somewhere the leadership is taking the management forward. So leadership incorporates management. Management may not incorporate the risk-taking qualities of a leader.
Right.
So leadership is management plus. Management is leadership minus.
Right. I'm saying that if you're not careful, if you're not self-aware, you can slip what we call in corporate language derailment. Derailment factors of a leader. The lack of humility, the lack of self-awareness. When you begin to treat people not the way they need to be treated, and all of a sudden people are not willing to work for you. How do you prevent that from happening?
Inner engineering. It's so critical. By external engineering only makes you a good mechanic. But to become a good human being and to remain sensitive, you've got to have inner engineering. And that has to be learned alongside all your life. So inner engineering every moment of your day, which means awareness. But inner engineering is also skill to be learned. So learn the art of inner engineering, learn the skills of inner engineering and apply it to external engineering so that there is an alignment in community engineering.
Right. So it's interesting you mentioned that in the conference that we run in November, it's a combination of both business knowledge and how do you scale your business, and also how do you scale yourself internally, transform yourself internally to be able to manage that scale.
And that's it, just as working in the corporate is a daily process, so is inner engineering is a daily process.
And how do you see things as they are and not shaded by your own biases and colors?
Correct.